Hey guys, what's up? It's Brookesy here, and today I just want to talk a little bit about how to throw a grenade maybe a little more accurately than you have been doing, and I also want to give you a good system that will give you consistency for accurate grenade throwing. As a rifleman, you don't really have a whole lot of, equipment at your disposal, and it's pretty important to have your grenades on hand and, really make use of all the equipment you have. Usually I'm pretty disappointed with myself if I die without throwing a couple of grenades off, because these are really effective tools at, first of all, suppressing the enemy and making the enemy move around too, so you can know where he's moved to. Like, you can get him out of a camping spot a little more effectively. Anyway, so now I'm going to move on to how to effectively throw a grenade. Um, so what you do is you can move these boxes around just by pressing the Alt key, and you get this little mouse cursor up on the screen. And what you want to do is you want to, first of all, you see this little ridge right there on the grenade? That little ridge is kind of like a little line that you want to line up between the F5 and F4 chat. So just line it up just like that, and then slowly move it up as accurately as you can, and then just kind of eye it up. Make sure it's pretty close. It doesn't need to be super accurate, but as accurate as you can get, the better. And then what you want to do is, you see this little black line right here for your chat box. You want to make sure that when your guy breathes, the top of the grenade is just touching that little box. So move it down a little bit. Move it down a little more. Wait for him to breathe in there. And it's just about touching, so that's close enough. And then what you do is you want to get your nameplate, and because the distance between a mission leader or a command leader, between the rank and the rank between your name is universal for all players. We can actually use this as a universal system. We don't need to worry about how long our name length is and how that's going to affect it and whatnot. So what we do, oh, it's not letting me move it here. There we go. You want to touch that on top of the F4 squad chat. You might have that set to something else, but make sure that when you set this up that you do have to squad chat, because this little box is pretty important, because this graphic fills a nice little predictable area. You just want to kind of have it set off right between the end of that box and the start of the squad chat, and then what you can do is just move this back, and now you have a little crosshair to aim your grenades with. So how do you use this then, is the next question. Well, you can't really just, line it up like this and just throw a grenade at it. I mean, that won't really work, because, the distance that you're throwing it at is going to vary. So to make sure that we're always throwing from a consistent distance is very important, because then we don't have to worry about, how long do I hold the button for. In this system, you just hold the button down the entire time, and it will give you a fairly accurate throw every time. So what you want to do then is you just want to fill up the screen with the box, just like that, and you so that your target window, this window right here behind my nameplate, is it's in between the two borders, the top border and the bottom border of the nameplate. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure your rank symbol is pretty much in the center of that nameplate. So that's going to be where the grenade is actually going to go. And what you want to do is just have it aiming just like that, and make sure that everything looks good, and it does. And just hold the grenade down as long as you can, and it lands right in the window. Excellent. And we can also do it to this one too. Why not? And it's right in there. That was actually a bit of a better one. It went right in there. Excellent. And another thing too I just want to mention is that when you get really close, don't even worry about your nameplate at all. Actually, just go ahead and turn it right off. And what you do is just kind of stick your hand through, tap it, and he just bounces it in there just like that. And that'll kill anyone sitting in this corner. I see a lot of allies like to sit in this corner. Another good grenade too is when you're taking a CP after you've thrown that grenade, that this corner will be clear, so you don't really need to worry about that too much. So what you can do then is sometimes there's guys sitting up on top of the rail right here, just camping, and waiting for you to run up the stairs. So what you can do is you can throw a grenade, bounce it off that railing right there, and sometimes it'll land over here, but most of the time, if you throw it right, it's gonna land on this side here, and kill this guy. Or at the very least, you're gonna have to make him move around to this side, and you'll have a shot on him because you'll be down here. Anyway, so that's a couple grenade tips that I've just been experimenting with, and anyway, and when you get tired of this nameplate, you don't need it anymore. You're not going to be throwing any grenades. Just press your tilde key, and it'll disappear. And the next time you go to throw a grenade, you can just pop it up and follow the system again. And this is a pretty accurate method. We got a couple kills doing this, and just thought I'd share it with you guys. Anyway, thanks very much, and hopefully we'll see you in game soon.